Alright everybody, I'm out. It's the 4th of July and I went back to that, sort of to that spot that I had left at the last video. I started maybe a quarter of a mile north to it and I'm working my way along this edge here, and wow, I think if I could get down there it could be great, but so far I haven't found any safe means to get down there. But I found my first reasonable find. Looks like we just kicked out a buckle here. Otherwise I got a bunch of cartridge shells. So alright, we'll see what comes up next. Alright, so I've been working in this tree's roots. I've pulled out, I don't know, 4 or 5 buckles, I think. But I definitely have cleared out to a better signal. And working under this root, I just flipped this big round thing out. So let's see what we've got. We have a button. Awesome. Alright, let's see if there's more. Alright, we pulled out a bunch more buckles, and we just flipped another something around. Another button, probably. Sure is. Another great seal. Alright, we'll keep at it. Alright, we might have another button here. See that there? That's the back of a button, definitely. Yes, we do. This is a strange area. It seems like maybe it was a clothing dump or something, because I have found very little other metal. A couple of cartridge shells, but yeah, mainly clothes, little grommet pieces, a lot of those. Huh. Alright, keep at it. Alright everybody, I'm going to go ahead and do a live dig since I've dug so many buckles and stuff. Might as well show you one coming out. So I've got a good signal here. 78, 84, 80, right in that area. For 2 to 4 inches there. Alright, it's deeper than the pinpointer so far is getting. I'm getting a little bit of a signal here. Oh, and there we go. See the buckle that came out. And that's how they tend to flop right out like that. Alright, off to the next. Alright, so I just dug another buckle out right here, but there was a second signal. Put the knife in, popped a little bit, and you can see we got a button. So it's all buckles and buttons here. And who knows how much is down there. Alright all, I finally found a nice, easy, safe way down. And yeah, it's as I expected. Down at the bottom there's a bunch of buckles and buttons too. I've pulled 5 buckles out of this, so this is just weird because this isn't one hole. This is like a football field size stretch of dozens and dozens of holes. And I don't know how many buckles I have at this point, but a lot. But I think I also just dug out another button or something round. Yep, it's another button. Alright, I'm going to have to take off soon. Got stuff to do tonight. But we'll be back to this area, definitely. Right, it is wrap-up time, and first thing is I have a correction from last week's video. I had put up what I assumed was a 13 stars button because I dig so many of them, but I did a little bit more work on it and cleaned it up a bit. You can see there's a couple stars here at the top, and then that's actually a wreath design at the bottom, and they made 3, 4, or 5 star wreath buttons. I know for sure in the tack button there was a 4-star style, and I think that's what this is because I can definitely make out parts of a 3rd, and just by the way the wreath is, I assume there would be a 4th there. They were used on both Army and Navy jackets, so I'm going to assume this was an Army jacket since it's an Army base that I'm in. And it's a shame that, you know, this one's more unique. I get all those 13 stars and it's just tattered, but I'll go back and keep checking this area out every so often, so maybe we'll get a better example of that. Other things I dug for the day, I got a couple of bullets, and I assume there's just an age difference in more modern slug, probably World War II still, and then the ringers, which I know a lot of people on the East Coast are always digging mini balls and ringers and get real excited about them. I don't know my bullets, but I do keep all of these ones, so I do have quite a few of those, but we do dig them West Coast. I got this key, which is kind of one of the more unique things for the amount of holes I dug. Sadly, it's a unique thing for today. I spent a lot of time chasing around these little bits, which I believe are from shoes. I think they're the grommets where the laces went through. And then ironically, I dug 6 buttons last time and I dug 6 buttons this time. So all Great Seal buttons. This one, I'm still counting it. It is a Great Seal button. It's just not in great shape. But one thing I noticed with all these buttons this time is, in cleaning them up, all the back marks are different. So I got 5 different buttons, 5 different back marks. So you can see this one is a Scoville Waterbury. And this one is a Rochelle. It says Rex on it. They were made in 1902 to World War II. This one is a Fisher, New York. There's the Fisher right there. This one's estimated to be World War II when you look it up online. This one here is another Waterbury. It could be as late as the 60s. It's a little hard to say. The front design never changes on these, but the back marks are all over the place. And then this one, I found one reference to it online, and I believe it's a AM, because I can see the AM, and then a CO down here. And they were called the 23M Paris, and they were made after 1906, but I don't know how long they were made. So, you know, out of one area to get all these different back marks, that's kind of interesting. And I think I might go back through all the buttons I have and see how many of the different back marks I have. The big thing for the day was buckles. I have a lot of buckles, and I stopped filming them, and you'll probably be glad that I stopped filming them. I did notice I have 2 different designs, so I have one with a straight bar and one that has this fancier middle to it. And on the fancier middle, they have RAUF company on them. Definitely a World War II style buckle. They might have been used before or after. I'm not 100% sure on the age, or, you know, if this one comes earlier and this one comes later. I don't know. But I definitely am going to have to come up with something to do with those, because I dug 30 of them in one day. 30 that are complete. We also have these 2 halves or so. So yeah, that's a lot of buckles, a lot of holes that they all rang up. I think it was a solid 83-ish. Yeah, they sound wonderful, and it's a fun area, but it's an area I'm gonna wait a while before I go back, because one, I don't want to be super greedy and get all the buckles, but I also enjoy finding other things. So yeah, that was my day. Definitely a buckle bonanza, and we'll go back there some point. Hope you're all out digging it.